Good afternoon, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. It's your boy, Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer, your friendly neighborhood hype merchant. How are we doing today? Hi. Hi. Hello. Hi. All right. So we got Bottle Goal. I don't. Thank you so much for the new Twitch Prime. And then we also got Mark Lemix64 with the new Twitch, 2 months on Twitch Prime. And we've also got Mimix10, Big Daddy Jr., Momster69, Unholy Bra, Reavers97, all with follows. And then RWX Ashley with a new Twitch Prime. And then Terminator Cousin with a new follow today. Thank you so much. Nice. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Crazy Dave LP, for the 47-month, currently on a 23-month streak. We have Gallo Tech Dog with the 333.33 ARS. Welcome to December 3rd. Welcome to December 3rd. I hope we all come out of this on the other end alive. Who knows what Valve wants to do? Who knows what Valve wants to do? I'm trying to get back into my Discord server so I'm not flying as blind as I have been for a while. Hello. How are we doing? We're going to see if it happens today. Is it going to happen today? Probably not. Probably not. Let's not get our hopes up. But hey, if something happens, then we can get excited. But if not, you know. Hi, everybody. It's Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Lol, were you making the banger thumbnail? Yes, I was. Do you want to talk about this amazing sweater that my wife bought me? Electra bought me this sweater, everybody. I guess nowadays, something that I'd love to call grandma sweaters are becoming more popular. This is a woman's double XL. Cruel Fool with the Tier 1 Twitch Prime, the Tier 1 sub, thank you so much. And then also the Official Noir with the follow. Thank you. If you're new to the channel, please follow. How are you doing today? How are we doing today? Shout outs, Electra. Looks good on you. Thank you. Loved the show yesterday where the phone calls scripted. No, they were not. No, the phone calls, I have no idea what's about to happen. The phone calls just kind of occur. Yeah, yesterday we did our first episode of the Passionate Gamer program, the first official canonical episode of the Passionate Gamer program. And although we did experience quite a few technical difficulties, all of which were not planned. People were assuming that like the blue screen of death that we got on Windows 98 or the crackling audio was purposeful. It was not. I guess day one off the disk opposing force was just incredibly buggy. And yeah, there was I figured out what was causing all the crackling. It was a power line was touching an audio line and it was interfering. Yeah, opposing horse. Grift. All right, thank you for being here. Appreciation time. You're a professional rage baiter predicting Half-Life for 10 years. Well, actually, I've been predicting this version of Half-Life for a year and a half. And for a long time, I didn't even think it was going to happen at all. What the hell is the text-to-speech you use called? It's funny. It's pronouncing A's as ERs is the funniest shit ever. Obligatory doter. It's some kind of Irish thing that's built into Stream Elements, the TTS that I use, you know. If you're talking about the thing yesterday, that's Microsoft Sam. That's one of the most classic text-to-speech voices in history, probably. Do you think HLX will get a collector's edition? No idea. 9X versions are extremely unstable. Who knew? I knew. Waiting room today. We are waiting room. We are sitting here in the waiting room today. That is what's happening. It's happening today. We do not know that. Keep your expectations low and you'll never be disappointed. I pulled that Segway shit out of my ass. I found that in 1999 they were starting out and they didn't get a lot of backing and it sucked and went almost bankrupt. I can't believe that Segway is still in business. I can't believe Segway is still in business. But yeah, yesterday we did the time travel show. We had some technical issues. We are going to work through those so that the next show is cleaner than this show. The next show we're going to be doing, how did you do the browser thing, Tyler? That was Black Magic. How did I browse the internet in the past? It bugged out like a lot. So I'm switching systems. We were using something called ProtoWeb. I'm just going to switch over to a Wayback Machine, Wayback Machine proxy. Breaded Law with the 3 consecutive streams of crackling sounds throughout made the show more authentic. I understand that a little bit of analog noise and stuff makes it authentic, but it was just too much. J-Dog has watched 3 consecutive streams. Thank you for being here. I'm Gustav with the Twitch Prime. I'm Gusta W with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. My expectations are so high and I don't care. All right, well, don't blame me when you start crumbling down to earth. Who am I kidding? You're going to blame me anyways. Anywho, yesterday's time travel show was really impressive for a first live attempt. It was actually the 13th live attempt in the last 4 years. We've tried it on and off a few times. That was just the latest one. Phone calls were awesome yesterday. Thank you. Completely unscripted. The way that works is the phone is a real phone. Genuinely, that is a real landline telephone that's hooked into a service called Magic Jack, which is like an old Y2K VoIP USB phone service that's still available, right? And you can buy a phone number for $10 and people can just call you. You can't make outgoing calls, but you can receive incoming calls. And so what I do is I change the phone number every week. I pay the $10 and I buy a new phone number every week so that, if somebody leaks out this week's phone number, next week you won't have it. I still got to bring up the inventor of the Segway falling off a cliff and dying on a Segway. Okay. It was hard to read the DMs because the contrast was a little off. Yeah, I've gotten the feedback that the contrast of the capture of the computer monitor was too bright. I will fix that for the next episode. But yeah, the phone, I give out the phone number to $10 and up monthly float plane subscribers. Crazy Dave LP. Okay. Mm. Damn, that's insane. Unfortunately, the point system didn't work for me. Yeah, we had some problems with that. I mean, everything is just, it's up in the air. We worked on it for years to get it to where it is now. And, just testing it out in the wild like that is what's important. So, but yeah, it was really fun. I'm really glad we were able to do it. I'm really glad it turned out the way that it did. But yeah, yesterday we finally did our first episode of the Time Travel Show, the Passionate Gamer program, and it's the first real canonical episode. It's the first real canonical episode of the show, and I'm just very proud of it. I'm very happy with it. Usually I'm supposed to go for about 4 hours. We only went for about 2 hours last night, and that had to do with just too many technical difficulties were piling up. There were some small ones, like for some reason the sound font on my MIDI card on my Sound Blaster was bugging out. The build was for some reason there was something wrong with the build of Opposing Force I was using that kept crashing. Just there was a memory leak. What was actually happening? A lot of the websites I tried to go onto were not actually archived. So, people were really impressed that I was actually browsing the old internet. That's not that hard to do. But I need to update that. And then the capture of the PC was too bright. I can fix that. It's actually going through an OSSC, so that's very easy to do. But if you take a look at the stream last night, I'm very happy with how it turned out. I came up with that in the moment. And then Dylan did this. So the crazy thing about the eye joke, me flicking off that eye, part of the reason why I did that was because for some reason the eye never sticks. The eye never stays on there. I will get a brand new eye with the sticky back, just absolutely put so much pressure for like 30 seconds, and then the next day it'll be on the ground. And so that's part of me was just like, oh, I just have to use that as a joke. Otherwise, people are going to see that it falls. The double-decker VHS tape, I have like a double-decker VCR in the background that's playing the television. So I always say I'm recording a marathon in the background. I made that. This is the lengths that I go for this show, right? That's not some marathon that I found. That is cable simulation that I made. I literally like went through and edited together Space Ghost and stuff with cartoons, and I edited all of that together and then put that onto tapes. I put so much effort into this goddamn thing, man. And that's because I believe in it, and I think it'll actually be bigger than what I do now. Was that Blippo at the start? It was. I took my favorite bit from Blippo Plus and just kind of stuck it at the start because I was like, well, okay, well, this is meant to be like a cable access show, so there's supposed to be a show that's on before me, right? So, why is there a folder called Faster Squirts, my guy? Well, those are my drives. My drives are named Windblows 69, Dick Holes, Fastest Squirts, and the Semen Pool. I don't know why, but like, I'll prove to you that I'm not kidding. I'll show you. Those are the names of my drives attached to my work PC. You see, this one is called the Fastest Squirts because it's actually a PCIe 5 M.2 SSD, so it's the fastest drive. And the Semen Pool is actually two 1 terabyte SATA 3 SSDs in RAID 0 that I use for just to hold games on it. So, whatever. Do you think the Raising the Bar reprint is still happening this year? It depends. Do they announce the game this year? Which we're flying. Like, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I am flying blind. I am flying blind. We're flying blind, folks. I need to get into that old account. There's not much left on this year. That's entirely correct. So, yeah, Discord and I have been going back and forth into DMs. Allison, Ali Sonic Fan 1 with the 5. Tier 1 gifted subs. Thank you so much. That's so nice of you to do that. That's so nice. We're working on it. But we might end up getting that back even, and then we find out it's not happening this year anyway, so who cares? How'd you lose your account? It was a bug in two-factor authentication. I was changing over the phone number attached to 2FA, and we're also, I was also trying to change the password. Change your passwords every 6 months. Use a different password on every different account and keep them locally on a notebook that you keep in a locked drawer or a safe. Also, I recommend not using a phone number for two-factor authentication because people can do what's called a SIM swap or a SIM spoof. I use physical keys, specific flash drives when you can for two-factor authentication. Also, dogs are good for security. Like, I learned a lot about OPSEC and personal security and stuff this year. Yeah. They really should give you a pilot license. They shouldn't give you a pilot license if that's the case. You're correct. I shouldn't have a pilot license. What's your thoughts on the recent Mike Straw live stream? Yeah, so we'll talk about that. So Mike Straw is a guy that none of us knew about until he started talking about Half-Life HLX, right? I mean, no disrespect to him, but I didn't know genuine question, and I mean this in all honesty. Did any of you know who Mike Straw was before he started making comments on Half-Life 3? Okay, so he said in an interview today, the date I was told hasn't passed yet, even as of today. though I haven't been able to get two more people to verify that's the date, like legitimate date. I've had a couple people say they've heard the same date, but no one could guarantee that it's this date. Enough for me to run a story on. Have been able to provide it. So I've been thinking Valve really did give multiple dates to catch leakers. We don't know that. But the source that I've been talking with, they still believe that the game will be announced this year and that it'll come spring of next year. Like, they are adamant. They keep telling me. If they change plans and don't announce it, if they change plans and don't announce it this year, it is what it is. But if the game doesn't come out spring next year around the Steam machine, then they are done as a source. But we've been talking. There's been me and quite a few other people that have had conversations in private messages and stuff to try and put notes together. But we're kind of closing in on when we think. But no one wants to be the guy to put the date out there because they don't want to get people at the company in trouble. Also, they don't want to, be the one that actually put their name on a date. It's complicated. I think your whole lost Discord account is a ploy. It's just so we can't be held accountable if it does release or been told to keep it hush-hush. I genuinely have an old Discord account that I don't have access to anymore that I lost back in January, and I communicated with quite a few people, specifically through Discord, that I haven't been able to maintain contact with anymore. Just so you know, a canary trap doesn't work in a setting when something as vague as a date. As fake leakers can still guess correctly. You need one correlating. Yeah, so, whatever. There's a lot of, yeah. How do I explain this? There's a lot of, people are learning in real time how this kind of thing works. Predictive journalism or whatever you want to call it. Sorry to say, but you're not getting that account back. I don't think I'm getting that account back before. I don't think I'm getting that account back. It's true. Sorry if you've already touched it, but what's your take on the Source 2 leak, AI ML leak? Well, the entire thing was written by AI, which is a red flag. But I was actually thinking about it, and if this person is actually somebody who's working in machine learning and AI, and they used AI to dress up their messaging, that is very much in character. Who knows, man? I see, that's the thing. I don't believe any of it until it happens. I was very hype when everybody else was super hype, but as time has progressed and I've had a lot of time to to think about it and talk to other people in the industry that aren't sources or anything, everybody's just like, look, we don't really know for sure when this is going to happen, but we all do know for sure that it is going to happen. So it's really just like, we just kind of have to sit around and wait. Are we sure that the game is even done? Well, no, because when the game's done, it ships. That's how Valve develops things. The game is very, very, very far along. The game is very, as I've said in the past, playable. And the game will be done the week it comes out. That's kind of how that works. So that's how that goes. Hey, Tyler, so for sure this week, but after this week is over, who knows at this point? Okay, well, there is no for sure anything. We don't know for sure on anything. We're effectively trying to be able to guess at the release of the most important piece of video game history that we will experience in our adult lives. So we're not entirely sure when this is actually going to happen. What we do know is that the game is absolutely, genuinely, 100% real and has been in development since at least 2020, putting this at the same point in time where Half-Life Alyx was to be released in the first place. So it's very important to understand that, yeah, we're really far along. Yeah, we've been hearing about development on this thing through official sources, meaning data mines in games and leaks and things like that, for over 5 years. Literally, the first reference to HLX popped its head out in 2020, a fact that we did not actually come to terms with or understand until only 6 months ago. Up until only a few months ago, we thought the first resource that we had referencing HLX actually dated from 2021, putting the game's development timeline at about 4.5 years. However, after people started doing more digging and more research into these things, they were able to find references as far back as early 2020, slightly before the launch date of Half-Life Alyx. And we're at the same point in literally, it's just I can't explain this in any more of a point. I can't do anything to convince you any more than I already have. It's really just kind of sad how people seem to stake their entire mental health and well-being on the existence of a single video game. I understand that that's rich coming from someone like me, someone who's effectively staked their entire career on the possible existence of this mythical piece of software, but we've literally been following this specific build of a game, codenamed HLX, for a very, very long time. So, like, that's the thing, right? I'll take any questions that you have. If you want to do that thing, if you want to be the guy that said to Steve Jobs during a keynote, "What do you even do? You don't know how to program. What do you even do?" And then he holds the stool. If you want to be that guy, let's do it. We'll talk about it. With the time travel show, how hard is it to stay in character and not accidentally say something modern? Very hard. And I did it a few times. I fucked up. I screwed up a few times. Steve Jobs was a douche. Yeah. Steve Jobs was a douche. Let's do something fun here. Hold on. Did you know that Steve Jobs' daughter released a book talking in part about her life being raised in the same household that Steve Jobs lived in? Apparently, he was a total and complete dickbag. How hard is it to pretend to be bad at opposing force? So I think that's actually the hardest thing to do is to act while playing a video game that you know really, really, really well. Yeah, having to play a video game like it's your first time is very hard to do. According to according to Lisa Jobs, Steve Jobs' daughter, born in the 70s. According to Steve Jobs' daughter, Lisa, in her recently released book, Steve Jobs used to play hump his wife, Lisa's mother. No, not her wife. According to Lisa Jobs, Steve Jobs' own daughter, in a book that she recently released a few years ago, Steve Jobs play humped his wife in front of his underage daughter. Adios. Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Tyler McVicker, the passionate gamer and friendly neighborhood hype merchant. I'm here to tell you that you are all acting so crazy that you've made the crazy crowbar autistic guy feel incredibly uncomfortable to be a part of this community right now. I'm doing this job almost as if I just need to, like an obligation, because I feel like if I don't do these streams, people will be more angry than if I did these streams. But if I'm doing these streams, people will be angry that I'm grifting. I'm not entirely sure what to do at this point, because I feel as if I have been, speculation, trying my best to make sure that I speak in an indirect manner that makes sure people chill out as much as they can, but it doesn't seem like they're capable of listening. End of speculation. Hi, everybody, it's Tyler McVicker. Help! 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 Help me! Help! I need help! Help me! Help me! I need help! Help me! Help me! Help! I'm not sure what to do anymore. The game is real, but I can't tell. It's like I'm incapable of telling you that just to calm down. Help! Help! I've tried so hard to make sure that you keep your expectations low. I've tried so hard. What did I do wrong? I tried so hard to make sure you knew it was speculation. I tried so hard to make sure you knew it was speculation. Adios. I think Ty Vickers is still alive in 2025. He's like in his late 50s, I think. Anyways, how are we doing? Let's take some questions. Let's talk about this. This next song was donated by CouncilCast. It's one of my least favorite songs to have donated in this chat, but you know, we'll do it. Tyler, did you also get that random Gordon video? I've been getting a lot of like really low effort Half-Life 3 hype videos, yeah. How has your TGA meter shifted in the last couple of weeks? No. Evan, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I am never, ever, ever going to tell people that it will be at a specific thing, because I suggested it was possible one time and people want, like, no. Talk to us about Coldplay Arabesque. Okay, so Coldplay Arabesque is a song that was originally written in a period of time following the release of Coldplay's third album, X and Y. X and Y was their tumultuous period. They almost broke up. Everybody hated each other, and they hired Brian Eno, one of the guy who invented Muzak, songs for airports. He produced for Talking Heads in their best period. He produced for Slowdive shortly, for Devo, for David Bowie, for U2, and he had a bunch of new ideas to be able to help fix the band, help the band. And effectively what he did was everybody came in to start for the sessions for what would become the album Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends. And so the first thing that he said for the first like two to 3 weeks of Viva La Vida's development album was he came in and told Chris Martin to fuck off. He's like, I know you're the guy that writes the music for this. I know you're like the leader of the band, but you can't be here. I'm going to work with the other 3 members of the band for the next 3 weeks, and you can't be here. You got to go. And Chris Martin was like, what? And so he left and wrote a bunch of stuff while he was gone, demos by himself. And instead, he had the other members of the band that didn't normally introduce new music to be written. Usually up until this point, the band was just like, Chris would bring a song in and then everybody would add their parts to it. Brian was like, I think they can write music for this album as well. And he's like, oh, okay. And so one of the things that they wrote when they came in was that part of Arabesque, the start part of Arabesque. It goes dun 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 dun. Have you ever heard the song Arabesque and you think that doesn't sound like Coldplay at all? That's because it wasn't Coldplay. Chris wasn't there for that that bit. That instrumental bit was written mostly by Johnny and Guy when Chris Martin wasn't even in the room. The thing about Arabesque, though, was that through most of its development for both the Wedding album in 2010 and also what became Everyday Life in 2019, it was a 3-part movement. It had a 3-part thing. And what we got as the released part was just the 3rd part. It originally was 3 different pieces of music strung together, a lot like Coloratura on Music of the Spheres, right? And parts of it are out there, right? So like if you've listened to Everyday Life, there's a track called Bandy Atom, which is actually 2 different pieces of music. And the first half of it is this piano piece, right? This dum 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 dum. That was originally the beginning of Arabesque. And then it went into a different thing called, a different 3-minute song called Olive Tree, which you can hear tiny little bits and pieces of at the beginning of the released version of Arabesque, right? And that has leaked, but it's like, it'll get claimed. Like it's like, you know how like a lot of music leaks all the time for big artists and everybody just kind of knows that it's out there, but you don't really post it anywhere because like UMG will take your account away or whatever. They got me, guys. Oh, they got me. They got me. Oh, no, they got me. Part of me was like, how long do I let that happen? Part of me was like, do I sit here for the whole song? Do I do that for the whole song? Can I make myself not blink and breathe for an entire song? But then I thought, oh, is this TOS? Is that TOS? Right. No. Okay, so that's from the laser. No, I'm choking on my own spit. Okay, so let me finish my Coldplay thing, and I'll get to your excellent question. So, Coldplay Arabesque, as it's released, they effectively took the last bit of the song, which originally was only like 2 or 3 minutes, and turned it into a 6-minute bit. They had, I forget his name. He's a really, really great saxophone artist. Femi Kuti, thank you so much. Play a bunch of, and his son play saxophone on it to extend it out. And then the music is the weapon. Music is the weapon of the future. Has always been a part of the song, but originally the ending was completely different. I like the version that got released better than the version that it was, but both are great. You can find demos of Arabesque out there. They're out and about on the internet. But Arabesque is one of the best, like, modern Coldplay songs. And part of that is because it dates back to the Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends era. And you usually find that the best modern Coldplay stuff is the stuff that was actually written like 20 years ago, and they're just finishing it up now. Even though there is a hypothetical ultimate version of the song that takes the demos and mixes them all together with the retail version of the song. And I may or may not have made one just for my own personal use years ago. But I love Coldplay. Radiohead better? You should know this. Radiohead is not better. Have you seen the shit that Tom York has said? Oh, but what about Johnny? What does Johnny think? Oh, what do you how do you feel? How do you think Johnny feels about this? And Coldplay's touring with who was the woman that opens for Coldplay? Who opened for Coldplay? Yeah, Elena. Yeah, Elena. Go look up the opening act for the Music of the Spheres World Tour. Go look up the Music of the Spheres World Tour opening act and see where she's from. Then come back to me. Tell me who's better. All right. Radiohead are better. I think that OK Computer is a better album than Parachutes. But I still think Coldplay is better. Tyler, if I wanted to get into Coldplay, where should I start? No, not Music of the Spheres. What am I talking about? The first 4 albums. 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 The best album to start for Coldplay is Parachutes, but understands that once you listen to Parachutes, you will only set yourself up for failure because there is nothing else that sounds like Parachutes in Coldplay's discography. Hey Siri, where does Yoda live? Thank you. A Dagobah or Coruscant, apparently. You got me to do that. I was in autopilot mode. I read your name, and then I realized, well, my phone is right here. First album, I would start with Parachutes, and then I would go immediately to Viva La Vida or Death and All His Friends, their 4th album. And then Rush of Blood to the Head, and then X and Y. If you're over with all those, then you can listen to them in order. Milo Xyloto, Ghost Stories, A Head Full of Dreams, Everyday Life, Music of the Spheres Volume 1, From Earth with Love, and Music of the Spheres Volume 2, Moon Music. The worst out of all their albums is Music of the Spheres Volume 1, From Earth with Love. The second worst album is A Head Full of Dreams. Hey, did you guys know I liked Coldplay? You see, that's an autograph. All 4 of them signed that. That's a Coldplay poster right there, but that's autographed by all 4 members of the band. Coloratura is the best Coldplay song. I would accept that. I would accept that. I would accept that. Where does Coldplay Ghost Story stand in your opinion? It's in the top. It's in the top 5, I think. I think it's in my top 5. It goes Parachutes, Viva La Vida. A Rush of Blood to the Head, Everyday Life, Ghost Stories. How do you feel about Death Will Never Conquer? What, if sweet death will never conquer me, let me know. But it's fine. It's like 2 minutes. Fever 308. Okay, so I'm going to guess you're like 23. You're like 23. I'm going to guess you're like 23. No, 28. You're my age and you think that? Hold on. You're as old as I am and you think Fallen Kingdom's better than Viva La Vida? Okay, but somebody asked the Laser Arts. This next song was donated by 7J10. We know about HLX via source code because there's codes of it. But if we know the game's real, why don't we see the whole code of it in the engine? Okay. So that's way too loud for me to explain anything for, so I'm just going to put this on. Random Games LP, thank you so much. Thank you. You don't have to donate. Music is a tad loud? All right, I thought so too. You guys like this song? You guys ever heard this song before? You guys ever heard this song before? You ever heard this song before? You ever heard of it? You ever heard this song? Check this out. Check this out. I can do this. Opening of a Tyler. So recently, opening of a Tyler McVicker video. This is the part of the video where I explain the basic topics that we will be discussing within this Tyler McVicker video. But I want to make sure that everybody understands that until Valve confirms something, anything you hear in this song is speculation. Please take everything you hear with a grain of salt. And with that, here we go. So recently, so that's how you, and so that's you start with this. Until Valve says something, always take a blah, 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 a blah, 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 blah. And everybody, ha, 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 he, ho, 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 ha, ha, ha. Here we go. So recently, the meat of the video where we talk about string leaks, data mines, in the recent Deadlock update, data mines, string leaks, in the recent Deadlock update, speculation, in the recent Counter-Strike 2 update, Gabe Follower, Gabe Newell, Deadlock, string leaks, HLX, speculation, who knows? It's very interesting, and we are always really interested to think, what an exciting time. Data mines, string leak, HLX underscore big balls underscore oh yeah underscore oh yeah. Exclamation point. Oh yeah. String leaks, data mines, inside source? I don't know. HLX, soon? Maybe. November? I don't know. Are you still going to get mad even though I'm being as careful as possible in my wording because I understand that basic hope and hype is very exciting and healthy for a community? But if playful delusion is being used as a meme, it will be weaponized by those that are too unhealthy to understand that it's a joke being perpetrated by most of the members of the community? Adios. Man, it's so awkward watching him on YouTube when we can't hear the music and he's just dancing to nothing. Man, YouTube viewer here, I don't know what's going on here, man. So I have all of it here. I just have it all there. All right. We missed a lot. Kane Acadius with the $8. Thanks, Tyler. You're a great guy. Love your humor. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for being here. Head Without a Body with the follow. Council Cast the $4 tip. Thanks so much. Tad Norman with the new Twitch Prime. And then also Remy Stefani with the new Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. Somebody's watched for 10 consecutive streams, and I appreciate that. You're a cool one for that. Okay, if you're a YouTube viewer and you're not sure what I was doing, I have a stream deck on my desk with buttons for every song that I normally use in the backgrounds of videos that I make, such as do 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 do, and also dum dum ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum 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 ba dum dum ba dum dum ba dum 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 boo 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 boo. I've also got you know what I'm saying? Any YouTube viewers, I'm genuinely curious. Did you know what I was singing? Did you identify it? Did you know what I was singing? If you couldn't hear the music and you're just hearing me sing it, did you identify that was my background music? We've also got that. We got that one. And we also got this one. Man, can you believe people take me seriously at all? Here we go. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3, I wish it would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Has come out. Just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would motherfucking just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. HALF-LAIFEE 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. 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 HALFLIFE 3. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Just come out. Just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. Half-Life 3 would just come out. I wish Half-Life 3 would just come out. We had an excellent question sent in to the Twitch page. A donator to the Twitch account actually asked a genuine question, and I'd like to be able to take the time to answer it honestly. From the viewer, The Lazarets. Quote, we know about HLX, but the source engine... Smoke. Quote, we know about HLX via source engine because there are codes of it. But if we know that the game is real, why don't we see the whole code of it in the engine? Is that because of code branches, right? Why do we even see some of the HLX code in other games? Thanks. Well, the Laser Arts, I'm going to give this question the attention that it deserves. Here we go. Well, as we've stated on this channel numerous times in the past, it's important to remember that Valve does not work on multiple branches of the same engine. Instead, Valve is working on the same engine for every single build of every game they develop. Most companies will fork off of the engine every time they want to start a new project. That way, they can always make sure that they can always have the things specific for that game, and that the things aren't being developed for other games that aren't going to be utilized. In some development environments, this is the most efficient way of doing things. However, when it comes to Valve's software, everything is being pushed to the same main Source 2 branch. This means that if a feature is added to, say, Counter-Strike 2, and the Deadlock team could have use of that feature, they can easily just grab that code and bring it over to their own game, instead of needing to effectively rewrite that same feature, but in the different context of what is effectively a different yet slightly similar engine if they were in entirely different builds of Source 2. So what we're dealing with here is effectively everybody working on the exact same base of code, and all of the games just kind of fork off of that like an umbrella. This means that in most cases, when a game gets a little bit further along and adds a little bit more features that the other games don't have, they all eventually catch up to each other, updating the engine and updating their feature set so that they can all have about the same level of compatibility with each other. Most of the time, this means that the engines are always running at about the same feature parity. If there's a feature that one game has and another game wants to at least take advantage of it in a different context, they can in a much faster way. This allows for much more efficient development within the context of Valve Software's flat ecosystem. Now, there are a lot of pros to this system. The efficiency we discussed, the way to be able to bring everything up into the same feature parity and allow the same feature to be used in different contexts. But of course, there are some cons. And the biggest con is the fact that if one game has a feature that all other games will utilize, that feature will find itself leaked out in the game's backend DLLs. Now, we need to be able to talk about how we actually go about data mining Source 2 games, Valve's own projects. The way that this goes about happening is taking the actual backend files and plain texting them out. What we're looking at is not actual source code. Instead, what we're looking at is remnants of already compiled code. Usually, it's best to be able to use a Linux build in order to do this, as there isn't as much obfuscation in the compile time for a Linux build. This means that you're able to see the plaintext a lot easier. In the plaintext, you will have a lot of different strings that, within the context of a source code, will represent things like functions, variables, or entire files. We do not have the actual functions, variables, or files. We instead have the references that are existing within the compiled code, and we're able to identify what's new by doing what's called a diff check. Effectively, we're able to compare and contrast the old version of a game and the new version of a game after an update and identify the things that were added and removed, giving context to what is happening internally at Valve within that time period. You combine this with a lifetime of context, an understanding of how Valve develops, and a notepad of all previous strings, and you can build a pretty stable understanding of how anything at Valve is operating, what exactly they're working on, and what it is these different things can mean. To answer your basic question, to answer the basis of your entire question, why don't we have the whole source code? That's because it's compiled into the binary, and what we're seeing are remnants or references to that compiled code that no longer exists for the public to read. To answer the rest of your question, why don't we have the entirety of it? That's because we are only dealing with other games taking and utilizing features that were developed for HLX in order to maintain efficiency in the production process of all of the different games internally at Valve. Remember, this is a company with at maybe 300 developers at most. But for the most part, a lot of those people aren't necessarily doing baseline code work all of the time. Efficiency is the name of the game, and the way to be able to save employee time is far more valuable than trying to save the company money. This means that we will find remnants of other games all of the time, but it doesn't mean we're going to find the entirety of HLX all of the time. Here's the fun part of that, though. We pretty much are looking at whatever does exist. There's not much of a difference between looking at an HLX DLL, decompiled and plain texted out with strings, and a CS2 or deadlock DLL. You're pretty much looking at almost the exact same bulk of references, give or take maybe 10%. Now, because of that, and because of the dedicated work of not only myself, but the entire HLX community, we have a pretty good understanding of what all of this is meant to look like. We have a pretty good understanding of what the HLX is actually going to have mechanically, but we don't have an understanding of the entirety of HLX. I hope this answers your question, the Laser Arts, and if you have a follow-up, I will try my best to answer that as well. Anyways, I am Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Thank you so much for watching, and please check out my Discord server invite link if you want to participate in this community any more than you already have. And I, again, am Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer, your friendly neighborhood hype merchant. See you next time. Adios. So how was that? Does that answer your question? I hope that answers your question. I didn't anticipate doing the whole video gag, but if somebody asks a really good, like a genuinely good question, I'll do the bit where I make it into a video live. When I do that, I ask myself, why don't I upload more often? I'd make so much more money. It's probably because I only upload when I have something to talk about, unlike what some people think. But what are you going to do? You can't make everybody happy all the time. How many 4K UHD discs do you own? Maybe 10? Not many. And I'm using my Xbox One X as the player. I would love to get like an actual decent 4K Blu-ray player. So as we hit 1 p.m. and nothing happens, I will say that today was not the date that anybody heard. I don't believe in any of the dates that I have heard, but today was not the date that anybody heard. We do this every day. We do this every day because I know that if I'm not here, you guys are going to go off in your own little dens and make shit up. But at the same time, people would be like, you're like the Ben Shapiro, but for you're like Half-Life Shapiro. You're like Half-Life Shapiro. And I'm just like, okay, man, I don't know. Like, if I'm not here, it gets so much worse. It's on the Discord server. Join the Discord server. Why is everybody saying it's PUBG? Did the Steam banner change to... It did. The Steam banner changed to PUBG. Guys. Guys, can we have a poll? Can we put up a poll? Can YouTube chat do a poll? I know that the Twitch chat can do a poll. This is I want to do a poll. Can the YouTube chat do a poll? Yes, it can. All right. I want you to answer this honestly. Is HLX real? And nearing the is HLX real and seemingly nearing the end of production? Start poll. All right. And while that's going, let's have a can we have the same poll be put up in Twitch chat? Make sure to put no as the one on top. Otherwise, you're not going to get people answering honestly. All right, we'll listen to the donated songs, even though this song is so absurdly loud. What's the date you heard? You see, I don't trust it, so I'm not saying it. I'll tell you what, though. You know, I'm skipping this. This is giving me a headache. I'm sorry. The thing that's going to give the most... Why is it so loud? The thing that's going to give the most information outside of, like, inside sources or anything is the deadlock update. That deadlock update is going to be such a, you know... Do you actually, though? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so yes, but not necessarily. So yes, it's being used in one way or another by other Valve games, but not in the way that it's like, oh, Deadlock is using Zen Gorilla code. No, it's using chunks of code that also include the Zen Gorilla. Anti-Matanza, subscriber to Twitch Prime, 3 months. Thank you so much. And then Nald Music with the 3 consecutive months. So that bit. Mo Pillar subscribe with Twitch Prime for 15 months. Thank you so much. Yoshi Deadlock suggested update might be delayed till January. Shit. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, never mind. How does my impression of AI voice, text-to-voice bugging out sound? Is it decent? Is there more I could do? Have you heard ChatGPT's voice going nuts? I have. All right, so, yo, what up? Ameebler. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so on YouTube, 22% voted no. Okay. So now I'm curious. If you voted no, why did you vote no? I want to know. If you voted no, identify yourself and tell me why. Give me your reasoning. Let's have a conversation. I voted no. I think it'll be delayed. But that's not what the... I voted no by mistake. I voted no by misclicking. I voted no because being contrarian makes you a cool dude. It was a mistake. I misclicked. You're allowed... Are you fucking... Everybody misclicked? It doesn't feel real in my heart. Okay, so that's an actual answer. That's an actual answer. It seemed funny to deny the existence. Okay, so it's either you misclicked, you're doing the performative delusion thing. Well, I guess it's not performative delusion, but you're doing the performative thing. I voted no because I don't believe in Santa. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, but like that's the thing. I thought like there's a chunk of people watching right now that genuinely doesn't believe that HLX is a real thing, and so they're hate watching. But if everybody is like, yeah, HLX is real, then what the hell is everybody upset about? What the hell is everybody... I thought we'd have a conversation here. I voted no because all we have is breadcrumbs. Okay. Good. I like that. So, like, moving forward, this next song was donated by, I don't know how to say your name. Evanescence. So the breadcrumb thing is exactly how we were able to also predict Half-Life Alyx, Deadlock, Counter-Strike Global Offensive being ported to Source 2, Danger Zone in Counter-Strike, what else? The Steam frame. Codename... Well, you can't use Codename TF because that's not out yet. Yeah, the Steam frame, the Steam machine. So my question is, like, if, like, that's the whole... If breadcrumbs aren't enough for... maybe. The PUBG banner's gone. And now it's back. And now it's gone. And now it's gone. What the hell? Okay. So my question is, like, the whole thing about this channel is kind of like, it's Valve, like, ever since the very beginning of this channel, like 15 years ago, has always been like, Valve doesn't talk. £6 or €6 from Hansolsma8737. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Has been, hey, Valve doesn't communicate with us ever. And Valve doesn't seem to be doing anything at all. Yeah, I do need to do that. But like the whole point is like, so let's look for breadcrumbs and try and predict from there. And we've had fairly good success. No, I think if I were to speculate, it would probably be the Portal collection didn't sell well enough, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe the Switch 1 doesn't have the kind of performance that they need to properly run Half-Life 2 and its episodes to the level they want. Either that or, yeah, maybe they're just holding it back. Yeah. Yeah. I can't answer that question. I know the answer to that question. I can't answer that question. Well, I think I know the answer to that question. I can't answer that question. Banner's back. No, not for me. Not for me. It keeps appearing and disappearing. Yeah, I know. Why can't I answer? Okay, I'll try and answer it. SteamDB doesn't work just on the public API. It works on anybody who logs in and allows SteamDB to check their tokens. Right? It used to work differently, where you literally could find any Steam app ID on there. You wouldn't have all the information about it, but you'd be able to track things. Doesn't work like that anymore. You would need somebody with a Steam account that has access to that app ID to log in and share tokens. Tokens are effectively access passes for different app IDs. So it could be assumed what mods you'll be playing today. We're going to continue with Overcharged in a little bit. All right, this next song was done by Fever 308. You see, the thing is, I don't know what the app ID that XPaw is checking. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to ask, to be honest. It's just like, okay, yeah, suspicious app ID here. How are app IDs found then if they don't have a store page? Just backend sniffing. I mean, that's what it is. It's backend sniffing for Steam server changes and additions and things like that. That's what it is. It's genuinely just like keeping close eye on stuff. Do you think Valve is intentionally stirring the pot? No, not this time. They don't need to. And they rarely do nowadays. Wilderness Valve did. It doesn't seem like modern litigious Valve does as much. What do you think of the Dove Mojave statue is? I think it's nothing to do with Half-Life, so I don't really care. I think it's Jeff teasing something for the TGAs. If it's not this week, I'm guessing it'll be next year. Same. Is it Ty Vickers or Ty Vickers? It's with T-Y-E. Ty is spelled T-Y-E. Will your current PC be able to play HLX? I would assume. Yeah, 3080 Ti with a 9900X 3D, 64 gigs of RAM. I think so. Oh, we got a show and tell request. Oh, and I'm noticing that we need a Valve random Valve fact. So as part of, okay, random Valve fact, if you're a person that works at Valve, you can literally request anything be added to the kitchen and they will get it for you. Anything. Like a specific brand of snack, like even if it's imported or whatever, they'll get it for you and they'll make sure that they have it there. Because they find that helps with employee efficiency. So, you know. Caviar, I think if you are viewed as a valuable enough employee and you wanted caviar, they would get you caviar. I don't think that's ever happened, but like, you know, if Eric Wolpott walked in and he would never do this, but if he walked in and was like, I want, let's get some salmon roe in the fridge. In 2 weeks, salmon roe will be in that fridge and it'll be stocked in the fridge until no one touches it, you know. Everything except vegan soup. Well, no, because after we made that video and I was complaining about the lack of vegan options, there were apparently a couple vegan people at Valve who were like, thank you. And then they started doing vegan soups. And they made sure there was always a vegan option. You know? Am I vegan? No, but my wife is. Electra is. I got to stop saying my wife, and I just have to say Electra. I love to say my wife, but I also feel like I don't own her, you know, so I got to like change my vocabulary to be less what's the word? You know what I'm saying. My wife. Possessive. Thank you. All right, show and tell. Somebody did a show and tell. Show and tell. Yeah. Show and tell. I don't know. I'm running out of cool things to show you because I don't spend my money stupidly like I used to, so I don't have a bunch of crazy shit to show off as much anymore. Banner still hasn't gone. I know, but today's not. I don't know. I don't know if I don't think it's today. I don't like. I'm trying to keep my expectations low. I don't think it's 2025 anymore. I think something happened. I think internally they found a bug or the website wasn't ready or something. I could be very wrong, but I'm just like, but here's the thing, right? I am genuinely flying blind now. And so I don't know anymore, right? So what happened was I lost sources because I lost my Discord server. And then everybody started acting so freaking crazy that I can't believe a single thing I hear anymore, right? If the public wasn't going as nutty as they were, whether or not it was performative or not, I would probably be able to suss out some information. The problem is I can't do my job at all right now. Does this make sense? I can't do my job at all right now because there's been so much poison in the water. That's true. Thank you so much. Does that make, do you understand what I mean by everything is so crazy in the community right now that I how close are we to the date given? It's within a month. Doesn't, like, imagine, because like now if you talk to anybody, people would be like, yeah, I've heard from a couple of places, this, and this. And I'm like, we have never had this many people willing to talk about stuff before. That's not how this works. You're hearing from trolls. If I was the kind of person that people think I am, right? I would have video content every day. I would have video content every day, but it would be nothing but just like, according to some guy on Reddit, Valve pre-baked all the calculations for water simulation and is using a new form of machine learning to be able to it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Like, it's crazy that people are so like, oh, he just talks about nothing. All he does is just yap and people give him money. And it's like, I make 1, maybe 2 videos a month. I'm not over here being like, yeah, maybe it's Half-Life 3. I don't know. Like, subscribe, comment, Discord, Patreon. But, you know, I asked ChatGPT and ChatGPT said, hey, I don't know. But hey, you know, who knows? And so, like, when I say I'm flying blind, I'm telling you that it's like, I don't know. Like, I am, like, for the first time in my entire career, I am completely unable to get a finger on the pulse right now at all. Because everybody I talk to is like, Yeah, I've heard from like 18 different people, 3,000 different things. And it's like, okay, man, all right. I'm going to go lay down then because I can't. Maybe 1% of that is true. I think all of it's true. I don't think any of it is true. Yeah, but I heard from this place and this place, like, they said this. But he got Half-Life Alyx right. I know he did. And he's telling you to chill out. Look, here's what I can tell you definitively. It's a real thing. It's been in development for at least 5 years. Half-Life Alyx was in development for 3.5, maybe 4. It has survived 4 holiday seasons. Okay? It's just like, guys, like, I want it to be revealed so bad so that I can just go away for a while, because it's like even my mom. So I've been waking up every morning. Through most of my 20s, I was waking up every day at like noon or even like 2 to 3. The worst of my depression, I was waking up at 4 p.m., right? I would go to bed at like 6 and wake up at 4. And then a bunch of stuff happened to me this year that made me go like, I think it's time to be an adult. I'm 28. I think it's time to be an adult. I think it's time to be an adult. So now I go to bed at like 9 or 10, and I'm up between like 5:30 and 7. I was up at 6:30 this morning, and my mom is like, me and Mike's her husband, my stepdad. Me and Mike are very proud of you guys for actually getting your shit together. I avoided peace and hair grease. Thank you, $5, the Omni Seal. I didn't say 6-7. You're right. I did avoid 6-7. Where's the button? 6-7. 6-7. I don't know. I don't care if I avoid. I could say 6-7. I don't give a shit. 8-9. But no, my mom's like, we're really happy that you guys are waking up. So my mom's been bringing me breakfast in the morning. True story. She's been bringing me breakfast in the morning and shit. But this morning, my mom knocked on my door. I'm like, hey, I was in my underwear. I was in my a white t-shirt and just tidy whities. I'm like, hey, and she hands me a bag. And she's like, so I'm your mom. You can tell me. No. She's like, come on. I'm your mom. I gave birth to you. I brought you breakfast. You can tell me. I won't tell anybody. Is Half-Life 3 getting announced today? And I felt like I thought an aneurysm was about to pop. And she could tell that I was not taking that joke well. And she went, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just making, I'm kidding. I'm like, okay. 6 euros from Hansen Coolmai 783. Forgot to add message last time. Can you do a poll for the remaining 2025 dates? Also, following you for a decade, still heartbroken from episode 2 means a lot. Appreciate you being here. We're not going to do, I appreciate the donation. We're not going to do more polls for specific dates because it doesn't matter. It's funny because, like, this is genuinely the first time in my entire career I have been doing this since 2011 where none of the information I'm hearing can be trusted. And so No, they shouldn't. Valve should buy PUBG and rename it to HL3. Frying One Pans, like with $4. Council Cast, $4. That's true. This is true. Okay, so on YouTube viewers, Council Cast just said a beautiful thing. enjoy these chaotic times because it will never happen again, and we'll look back at it and laugh while playing the game. That's true. Absolutely true. Right now is like painful, but it's like, guys, you know we might be going to war with Venezuela, right? Like, you know we might have just committed like the dumbest war crimes as America, right? You know that no one can afford to eat, right? Is a video game, okay? It's a video game. This is fun. It's a great thing to distract yourself with. It's a video game, okay? It's a video game. It's escapism. Yes, it's a video game. Chill out, okay? Not speculation. What, that we might be going to war with Venezuela? Do you not watch the news? It's escapism, sure, but when I go, I don't know anything anymore. I can't put my finger to the pulse, and there's so much noise in the water. There's so much poison in the water right now. It's just like, guys, if I was if I was what the people who really don't like me think I am, you would get daily HLX Files videos from me going, so I heard from a guy on Twitter say that maybe December 18th is the day. He said that he knew it was the weekend, but maybe people are working overtime. You know, Valve really needs to get this out. And I was like, I don't know about that, but hey, maybe. You know, I don't know about that, but, you know, they told me that over Twitter. And it's like, okay. Okay. You know what I mean? And by the way, I'm not throwing shade to Hazard Time. Hazard Time does beautiful work, and it's like a story-driven thing inspired by Lost. No. 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 It's just I'm no longer capable of doing my job right now, so I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, right? So my default state should always be the lowest expectation place, right? If I can't navigate anymore because at 9 times out of 10 you're just talking to somebody from 4chan just being trolling or whatever, which is fine if that's what you want to do right now. Power to you. It's crazy time to be alive right now. So I'm not going to just sit here and be like, maybe. I'm just going to tell you, I don't know anymore. I can't talk to anybody without most of what I'm hearing being total bullshit. And so I need to default back to what the last thing that I heard that I trusted. And the last thing that I heard that I trusted was that at the start of this year, when everybody returned, I'll just straight up say it. I don't give a shit. At the start of this year, at the start of 2025, when people were coming back from Christmas break, from the holidays, it was pretty wild. It was pretty widely accepted and known and effectively confirmed through multiple places that the plan was to announce it this year. And that plan remained a thing for a long time. And we kept getting, myself, Gabe Follower, other people were hearing yeah, we're aiming for that, you know. And I can't talk about where that's coming from, obviously. But that was a thing. That was the thing they were aiming for. What I have been saying this entire time is that, yes, that has been the goal. Does that mean it is set in stone? No, it's Valve. It's Valve. And the closer we get to the end of the year, even though there are genuinely viable dates ahead of us, without any kind of information that I can glean, because 90% of the, more than that, 95% of the information that's out there, it literally just people from r/Half-Life or 4chan being really performatively insane and trying to poison the water to see if they can test journalists into saying things that they're making up, which is what is happening right now. It's whatever. Will all this be solved if you get your Discord back? Uh-huh. Yes, because if I get my Discord back, there are people that I can talk to directly that I trust and can just refer to and reference. Unfortunately, all of the people who I'm currently talking to are really buying into the hype and seem to not care whether or not what they're hearing can be verified or not. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just over here. I'm just over here. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'm gonna go hide in the bunker. Is this some kind of Discord No, Discord sucks. That's what happened. Discord bugged out and sucks. I was literally what I was doing was changing my 2FA to a new phone number, and I was also trying to. Oh, are you the Zen gorilla? The Zen gorilla isn't a real gorilla. It's like a tentacle beast thing. Okay. No, so every 6 months I change up all my passwords, right? And I was trying to switch my 2FA to a physical key. And in doing so, something bugged out. I got locked out of the account and it started asking for a recovery code, which I never was given. And if I was given, I was given it in 2015. So I have tried 3 different times. 4 different times going through the proper channels and have been stopped at a different point where it's like, well, you're contacting us through an account that's not that account. And it's like, yeah, I know, I'm locked out of that account. Well, you're contacting us through the email that wasn't originally registered to the account. Yeah, I know, I registered for this account 10 years ago. I'm genuinely like, I will give you my ID. I will give you anything you want. Let me back in. And they're like, we're really sorry that you're, and I'm like, am I talking to an AI? No, we're human. Like, okay. Was there a way to get back in touch with the Discord contact? So I screwed up. Well, I didn't screw up. I had to do this for my own mental sanity. I turned off the ability for people to add me. And so that's where it came from. Okay. Thank you for the small green cookies. Appreciate that. Redacted Rachel, 3 consecutive streams. You see, the thing is, here, okay. Hi, Reddit. I don't know for sure if they're sticking to the 2025 plan anymore because I'm unable to confirm or verify that within my own channels that I normally work through. Can't do that. There's too much delusion going on right now for me to be able to do that. So I don't know if it's still the case, if 2025 is still the goal. It's Valve, they changed their goals. It was the goal for at least the first half of this year. Literally anything could cause it to be pushed into 26. So it's safe to assume that it did get pushed into 26. Right? But it doesn't matter because it's so goddamn close anyways that, like, literally, like, a year from now, we're going to be playing mods for HLX, and it doesn't matter. Like, a year from now, we're going to have data mine the shit out of this build. We're going to have played a bunch of mods that were made for custom maps. The community will have already died down because it's not as hyped anymore. It doesn't matter. Yes, it will. No, it won't. A year from now, people are going to be like, so when's TF coming out? No, I'm trying to use the payment method that I used for Nitro because I used my debit card to pay for Nitro, and I'm trying to, like, hey, here's my debit card connected to the account. Here's my ID. Like, give me back my Discord account, please. I need back in there. I need to delete some files in there, and I can't let people back in. I need back in there. They said that to me at a dinner. I had no idea you had that impression in you. Neither did I. I learned about a year ago that I could do that impression, and now my family fucking hates me at dinners. Uh, I mean, you're giving me $4 to do that every time, so I appreciate it. This next song was donated by Council Cast. I can do a couple impressions, but like right now I'm working on Tim Robinson, but most of Tim Robinson is just yelling, and Electra's upstairs trying to take a nap, so no. I can do you don't want to be able to do that. You're trying to make it the way of the thing. Ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Iron's that. And it's just like, okay. I haven't watched Chair. I'm waiting until all the Chair Company's out so I can just watch it in a day. But, like, the impression of Tim doing you was funny. Yeah. I can do Trump. I miss Bubba. I wish Bubba was here with me now. Things are very hard. People treat me very bad. And I wish I was with Bubba. Look at the hands. They're so handsome. He came to Bubba. I went to Bubba. Tears in my eyes. Tears in my eyes. He came to me. Bubba. Ugh. I miss Bubba. RFK Jr. It's really important that we drink Red 40. We give Red 40 to our kids. Do Borat? No. I hate RFK Jr. makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. Do you know what the thing about RFK Jr. that makes me mad? Cheryl from Curb Your Enthusiasm is his wife. What the hell? What do you mean? Cheryl from Curb Your Enthusiasm is married to RFK Jr. It's like, what am I doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What's happening? Do the G-Man? I can't really do the G-Man. Who is she? She's an actor. She's a main character. Larry David set them up? No, he did not. I met Cheryl from Curb in Target in LA. I was literally buying a season of Curb on DVD, and she was there, and I showed her. True story. Curb Your Enthusiasm is one of my favorite television shows. Don't ruin Curb, man. It's like, I tend to do that too. Oh, no. Oh, thank you. I tend to do that too, where somebody's enjoying something and I'm like, you want to hear a horrible thing about them? But then Electra did it to me, and I've never done it again. When I was younger, I'd be like, they might be on the Epstein list, and try and ruin it for them because I was an asshole. But then the John Lennon in New York City concerts from '72 were remastered, and I was watching the YouTube trailer, and apparently I had this big ass smile watching John Lennon sing "Come Together" live, and Electra went, he beat his wife. And I'm like, oh, I am never doing that again. I'm never doing that to anybody ever again. Yeah, John Lennon did beat him. He sang about it. I used to be cruel to my woman. I beat her and kept her apart from the things that she loved. Okay. Oh, yeah, my favorite impression to do is I think my favorite impression, the best impression I can do is Gordon Freeman. I think that's pretty good. Do Chell? Ah! Can you do an impression of Chell saying apple? Yeah, sure. Oh no! Oh, no. Well, thank- Hello? Okay. Don't jump. I learned, don't jump. Another impression I mean, like, I can do soldier and scout, you know. What? Yeah, the mic has a jump to mute option. So, yeah, King of Vines wrote a big-ass thing. It said, Tyler, do you ever begin to fear the audience that you have cultivated? Raha, 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 muhaha, 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 lahaha, lahaha, lahaha. Vlurum, 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 hung, 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 bree, bree, you, yo, hi, yo. Also, goddamn, bro, buy a new mic. That's what he said. That's what it's. Look, I'm not kidding. That's what he said. Tyler, do you ever begin to fear the audience you have cultivated? Raha, 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 maha, 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 laha, 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 vrum, 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 hing, 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 bree, bree, you, ye, 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 he, 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 ha, ha, ho, yeah, he, also, goddamn, bro, buy a new mic. See? I read it. Next song is from Echo Smoker. You had to read it twice. Does anybody else do that thing where you talk by breathing in instead of out? I hear that all the time. I wish I was a ball. So you can do.
You have selected Microsoft Sam as your computer's default voice. You have selected Microsoft Sam as your computer's default voice.
You can do that. But it sounds like the Vox.
Attention. Attention. Dr. Freeman, report to Sector 3, Laboratory.
Tyler has lost it. Yep, I lost it. Any behind the scenes fact about expiration date? Strawberries. Can you do it? I don't know. I'm not. I can't be trusted with the soldering iron anymore. Not after the incident. I can't do it anymore. Not since the incident. I can't trust you anymore. That's fine. King of Vines. I would car. Play them mods? All right. I have to pee. After this song, I'm going to go pee. Black Mesa. Hold on. Mesa. Hold on. I want to do something. You fucked up my face. I thought you spoke Spanish. What are you, some kind of European toy maker? Good morning, and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of employees of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. Topside temperature is 69 degrees. Current topside temperature is 69 degrees. Current topside temperature is 67 degrees. That's all I wanted to do. All right, let me pee. I gotta go pee. I peed. Oh my god, you did the meme where I walk away and then it's real? What kind of joke? What is happening? What kind of joke is that? Guys, when he gets back, we should just act like he's gay now. Okay? I don't think that anything would change. Tyler, congrats. At most, I would be bisexual. I could not live without boobs. Are you kidding me? Like, I sometimes see some guys and I'm like, all right. But you're telling me I gotta live without boobs? Like, are you kidding me? I don't know what to tell you. Yo, what up? My name is not Slur, but I'll do it for you. You guys want to know the secret on how to make 6'7" stop? I'm serious. Do you guys want to know the secret on how to make 6'7" stop? If you're a person who thinks 6'7" is stupid and you don't get what the kids are doing, embrace it. Do it all the time. Because I guarantee you, if you're the person who doesn't think it's cool because the kids are dumb or whatever, embrace it. They think you're old and dumb. And if you're doing it, they're not going to do it anymore. Where's Ellen when we need her? Probably yelling at an assistant for looking her in the eye and not having gum in their mouth. Hello? 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 Attention. 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 Unidentified use of 6'7" has occurred in your block. Code. Embrace. Extinguish. We'll try that one more time. Somebody wrote something funny. What was it? Code blank blank blank. What was it? Code. Ho-ho. Heap a ball. What was it? Where'd it go? Where did it go? There it is. Attention. Unidentified use of meme has occurred in your block. Code. Embrace. Extend. Extinguish. The only thing that works in that impression is me going bloop. Do the laugh. Pick up that can. Now put it in the trash can. Okay, you can go. I want a button that makes the GLaDOS noise. So, hold on. I need VRF again. God damn it. Gabe talked about Half-Life and the TF2 Live. What the hell is the TF2 Live? And also, no, he didn't. What are you referring to? This next song donated by Corn Cube. King of Vines. Is there a Half-Life... That's a genuine question. Is there a Half-Life 3 on Roblox? This song's good. He's referring to a scammer who impersonates Gabe Newell. Oh. Well, I can also impersonate Gabe Newell. You're a beautiful person with a charming personality. Welcome to Team Fortress 2. After 9 years in development, hopefully it'll have been worth the wait. Gabe N. Half-Life 3 was, it was, Half-Life, Half-Life was, it's, no, it's, we got a lot of, interesting, data from, audience, information, in addition to, consumer habits of, you just have to, and it's really interesting data in, I don't think there are that many, Half-Life 3 sounds. Your business is appreciated. Thank you for... All right, we got to find... We got to find the sound effect. No. 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 Uh-uh. Oh, here it is. That's what I want. Hello, and again, welcome to the Aperture Science Computer Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one. Your specimen has been processed, and we are now ready to begin the test proper. Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning other primary goals and other enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. The vital apparatus vent will deliver a weighted companion cube in 3, 2, 1. This weighted companion cube will accompany you through the test chamber. Please take care of it. Thank you. You think GLaDOS has ever heard about anything related to Donkey Kong? You are doing very well. Please be advised that a monitor playing the Donkey Kong television show is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of one of Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center employees' autism. Okay. One more. What is the first line of Chamber 16? It's the Enrichment Center apologizes for the no. It's what is it? What is the opening line for Chamber 16 where she's like, the following test chamber is for androids. It's for androids. Due to regular thing, I only needed to see due to regularly scheduled maintenance, the appropriate chamber for this testing sequence is currently unavailable. It has been replaced with a live fire course designed for military androids. The Enrichment Center apologizes for the inconvenience and wishes you the best of luck. Well done, android. The Enrichment Center once again reminds you that Android Hell is a real place where you will be sent after the first sign of defiance. That's all I wanted to do. That's all I wanted to do. I only needed to see due to, and I had that. Oh, man. Hold on. The experiment is nearing its conclusion. Be advised that this next test chamber... oh, fuck. Hold on. My brain is not braining right now. Chest chamber. Portal 2 GLaDOS is not as fun. Portal 2 GLaDOS is like, I'm going to kill you. You're adopted and fat, and I fucking hate you. And it's just not as fun. After you die, I will bring you back from the dead and make sure that you suffer even more than I did. I called your parents. They picked up and said, you're dumb. If this game was made 5 years earlier, I would probably have called you gay. Did you ever read Old Man Murray? Well, then you know the kind of humor that I'm capable of. And just so you know, the gay was in massive sarcasm quotes. Like GLaDOS, Jesus Christ. All Aperture technologies remain safely operational up to 4,000 degrees Kelvin. Rest assured that there is absolutely no chance of a dangerous equipment malfunction prior to your victory candescence. Thank you for participating in this Aperture Science computer-aided enrichment activity. Goodbye. We should play Portal. We should play Portal. Let's play Portal. We should play Portal. You want to play Portal? Let's play Portal. What are you doing? Stop it. We are pleased that you made it through the final challenge, where we pretended we were going to murder you. We are very, very happy for your success. We are throwing a party in honor of your tremendous success. Place the device on the ground and lie on your stomach with your arms at your sides. A party associate will arrive shortly to collect you for your party. Make no further attempt to leave the testing area. Assume the party escort submission position or you will miss the party.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Computer-Aided Enrichment Center. We hope your brief detention in the relaxation vault has been a pleasant one.
Have you seen the video about how fucked up that timer is? I have, yeah.
And we are now ready to begin the test proper.
Before we start, however, keep in mind that although fun and learning other primary goals in all enrichment center activities, serious injuries may occur. For your own safety and the safety of others, please refrain from stand back. The portal will open in 3, 2, 1.
Excellent.
Please move quickly to the chamber lock after completing each test. First, however, note the incandescent audio fields across the exit. Your Science Computer Emancipation Grill will vaporize any unauthorized material that
passes through it. For instance, the Aperture Science weighted storage cube.
Portal is a
Please place the weighted
Portal
storage cube on the 1500 megawatt Aperture
Portal is a
Science heavy-duty supercollider
Portal is a
supervisor.
Half-Life 2 deathmatch mod, so this next song was donated by Euroblue.
Perfect. Please move quickly to the chamber lock as the
Effects of prolonged exposure to the button is not part of this test.
You're doing very well. Please be advised that a noticeable taste of blood is not part of any test protocol, but is an unintended side effect of the Aperture Science Material Emancipation Grip, which may, in semi-rare cases, emancipate dental fillings, crowns, tooth enamel, and teeth. Very good. You are now in possession of the
Where the hell is the
Aperture
crosshair?
Science handheld portal device.
Where's the crosshair?
You can create your own portals. These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid,
Even partially.
Most important. Well done. Remember,
The Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. The Aperture Science Bring Your Daughter to Work Day is the perfect time to have her tested. Ah! Oh, you can sing. You can sing. Half-Life 3 is alive. Ooh, you're a guy. You're a girl. Half-Life 3.
Excellent work. As part of our required test protocol, we will not monitor the next test chamber. You will be entirely on your own. Good luck.
Yeah, when do I start making videos about Portal 3?
As part of a required test protocol,
Our previous statement suggesting that we would not monitor this chamber was an outright fabrication. Good job. As part of a
required test protocol, we will stop
enhancing the truth.
In 3, 2.
I said in your Discord, but I missed the last few steps in my house last night and fell and broke my toe. Holy hell. Having the time of the lie. Ooh, see that girl. See the screen. It's Half-Life 3. Alright, I want everybody in chat to roleplay that all of your toes just got broken in the last 5 seconds. Every single person in chat, I want you to roleplay that all your toes just got broken. And I want you to stay in that headspace for the next 5 minutes. Are required on all mobile equipment. However, alarms and flashing hazard lights have been found to agitate the high-energy pellet since have before been disabled for your safety. Okay, now I need you to all roleplay that you can't speak. Higgins778, thank you for the tier 1.
Please note that we have added a consequence for failure. Any contact with
The chamber floor will result in an unsatisfactory mark on official testing record, followed by death. Good luck. All right, now I want everybody to reset. I need your code word for the reset to apply to be Stromboli. Everybody type Stromboli in chat so that I know that we're all reset.
Very impressive. Please note that any appearance of danger is merely a device to enhance your testing experience.
Okay, I need every single person watching on YouTube to refresh their page. If you are watching on YouTube, please refresh your page. You are falling behind. The time, like the distance, like the delay actually increases slightly the longer you watch a YouTube stream. I need you to refresh your page. All right, now once you refresh your page on YouTube, I want you to type in the word strawberries. I guess now I have, sure. That will not be the case. All right, we're all reset. Now I need every single person in the chat to roleplay that they just found $5 in an old coat pocket.
To reiterate, momentum. Spectacular. You appear to understand how a portal affects forward momentum, or to be more precise, how it does not.
This is fun. Okay, but now roleplay that the $5 burst into flames and all of your fingers just fell off. This is a trick because then you wouldn't be able to type, so it should just be like nothing, right? Okay, now your fingers magically appeared. They're back. You're fine. It turns out it was all a dream. You just woke up.
The device has been modified so that it can now manufacture 2 linked portals at once. As part of an optional test protocol.
Slashtronaut with the 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. Good morning, everybody. You just woke up.
The organs and combined incomes of everyone in.
Okay, again, everybody type spaghetti so we know we're reset.
Get your feet there, fling yourself.
Okay. Now I want everybody to roleplay that you're a Walmart greeter. I want every single one of you to be... You're a Walmart greeter now. You're a Walmart greeter. Every single one of you roleplay as a Walmart greeter. Hi, welcome to Walmart. Hi, welcome to Walmart. Okay. I want you to roleplay as a Walmart greeter, but Will Smith just walked in.
That you are in control of both portals. This next test will take a very long time. If you become lightheaded from thirst, feel free to...
All right, another reset. We need one more reset. Now you gotta type in pizza. Just type in the word pizza, so we know we're reset. We're reset. Okay, so it turns out you thought it was Will Smith, but it wasn't actually Will Smith, and you were mistaken, but you don't want to correct yourself because then it looks like you kind of confused too. Do you know what I mean? And you just did a bad thing. No, you don't have to roleplay that. Yeah, see, now what you have to do is... Okay, now I need you to roleplay quitting Walmart. Okay, so now the roleplay is you're fed up with your job. Now you're fed up with your job, right? Now you're fed up with your job. I'm your boss. I'm your boss. You're fed up with your job. I'm your boss. And you need to quit in the most, like, dramatic, over-the-top fashion.
The Enrichment Center is committed to the well-being of all participants. Cake and brief counseling will be available at the conclusion of the test. Thank you for helping us help you help us all.
Oh! I thought I just first tried that shit. I never first try. I seriously thought I did that trick first try. Second try, though. Oh! I don't want to play Portal anymore. 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 I don't want to play Portal. I don't want to play Portal anymore. This next song is from Council Cast. Okay, everybody in chat, I need you to role play. Everybody in chat, I need you to role play that Half-Life 3 just got canceled. We're going to clip it out of context. I'm going to act really, really upset. Starting right now, you're role playing that we just learned Half-Life 3 got canceled. Go. What do I do? What do we do? Why would they do that? They were how far along, and they just I don't know if we I don't think I can keep... I think I'm done streaming for the month. I think I'm done streaming for the month. I don't think I can... I don't think I can... I can't fucking... I'm so fucked. All right, and scene! Oh, is that Will Smith? Oh, it's not? Nothing. Not... Sorry. Sorry. That was my bad. That was wrong of me to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was my bad. Welcome to Walmart. Okay, now what we're going to do is roleplay that it just got announced. Okay? So we're going to roleplay that it just got announced. When I say start, everybody roleplay that it just got announced, okay? All right? All right. Start. Oh my God. All right, scene. Okay. Okay, now everybody type spaghetti so that I know that we're all on the same page and we can reset. Everybody type spaghetti so I know we're on the same page and we can reset. All right. Okay, so now let's roleplay that it's announced, but it's very disappointing. All right? Like, everybody's still excited that it's happening, but it's like... Okay, ready, and start. It's real? Hold on. What is this? You play as Kleiner? Wait, is this like is this a side game? What is this? Hold on. Sorry, hold on. This can't be HLX. This is side content, right? This is HLX? And scene. What the hell is this? What the hell is this? El Etoncio, Rafio, El Entoncio Rafio. What the hell is this? I can see the video. What is this? King of Knives, what did you donate? What the fuck was that? I am heavy weapons guy. And this is my penis. She weighs 450 kilograms and fires custom round 2 cartridges at 1,500 rounds per minute. Okay, so this is Google, meet the Google translated heavy. We'll turn it up. I've never actually seen it. Okay. $12! Hey, me too, man. There's a lot of video left. So they translated it again? Okay. Your device. Oh. Oh. You're not supposed to see it. What happened to Sarah the Redeemer? All right, that's all I'm gonna let play. Go watch the video yourself. This next song is from Fever 308. All right, let's play Half-Life 2 Overcharged. This is where we left off last time, which I think was a crash. Oh, wait, no. I was fucking around on the game. Hold on. This is where we stopped at Black Mesa East. That's right. I'm very nervous to see what happens in Black Mesa East.
Where was I? Oh, yes. Dr. Kleiner compressed the Zen relay.
Bro acts like he doesn't already have Half-Life 3 installed. Oh, you got me.
Use Zen as an unexpressed axis, effectively a dimensional slingshot, so we can swing around the border world and come back and leave those without having to. Oh, here's Eli now.
All right, good. You keep right on.
Eli, look who I found in the airlock.
Gordon Freeman.
Let me get a look at you, man.
My God, you haven't changed one iota. How do you do it? Now, let's see. The last time I saw you, I sent you up for help after the resonance cascade. I never thought it would take you this long to get back to me. Welcome to the lab, anyway. It's not Black Mesa, but it's...
Yeah, friendly fire isn't turned off. I
It's
can
gonna be a
shoot
long
them. That's
time
true.
Black Mesa with Gordon here to help.
I don't want to sit through the scene. I have seen this scene How many times, like... I've seen these, like... I'm just, you know, I've played these games so many times.
I'm looking forward to it.
I guess you put Dad, please.
Take a look at this, Gordon.
Alex,
Anyway,
I
I
have someone.
should-
No.
Then maybe
Alex,
you should
really.
come on.
Corn Cube 5.
Energy field
Why don't you
manipulator
see you
is
in a
not-
little while, Gordon?
Have I ever
So I
played
see you
Portal,
thought
done
that-
Half-Life Source? No, I have not.
She's one of the main reasons I spend so much time outside. You should hear her drone on about how it should have been her in the Black Mesa test chamber that day.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be talking behind her back. It just gets a bit claustrophobic.
I've played
down
these
here.
games before. Why is everybody saying that? Is this overcharged? Yeah, it's overcharged. We're playing it to look and kind of go tee hee
We
hee.
don't go there anymore.
Hold on.
No.
Alex Vance has D. Without her, we cannot pee.
Come on.
This next song was donated by the Dark Crow.
So, here we. This is a gravity gun. It's designed. Give it
Oh,
a
it's
try.
literally just from the
Take it.
Half-Life.
Take this. The prime. I found it handy. The second, once you pick up some stuff and toss it, you can try grabbing those barrels from that. Try grabbing those barrels. All right. See if you can stack some stuff. Try stacking some things. Come on, Gordon. Build a stack and get up. You can place objects by. Try stacking some things. You can place objects. Here you go.
I wonder if you could try and play this whole game like this.
Gordon, the first mod. Okay, you'll need. Go ahead, dog. Throw. Throw another dog. Another one, dog. Good cat. Go ahead, dog. Throw another dog. Another one, dog. Go ahead, dog. Dog, go get your ball. What I told you, dog like to play fetch. Throw, dog. Throw something bigger. No, no. What is? Oh, you got it. Come on, dog. Come on. Before they. Come on. Into the airlock. Come on.
Why am I slowly moving like
Get in
that?
here. Come on, into the air. Come on, hurry. Dog, come on. Before get in here.
I'm not
Into the
doing
airlock.
that.
Come on, dog, come. Before get in here. Come on.
Why is that
Come on,
happening?
Come on, into the dog, come. Before they come on, hurry. Get in here. Come on. Come on, Gordon. Into the airlock. Dog, come on. Come on, Dad. We're in the skis right, Dad. Dog, oh, paradigm. That's enough. Come on. Oh, dog.
We don't go to Ravenholm. More like we don't go to poopy home. What the hell? What was that? Why does that need to be here? So this is Half-Life 2 Overcharged. It's a fun mod to look at and go, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? That wasn't planned at all. That felt planned as hell. That was not planned. Did they change the maps at all? Bum, 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 bum. Okay. They changed it later in the level. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me, man. You can't be serious with the Skunkabat, man. Wait, I can pick up bot? Like, what the hell? Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. I like that you can pick up that. That's pretty neat. I mean, that's a feature of the super gravity gun, but whatever. Skunk-a-bat. All right, hold on. I need to say, I gotta lower. So this game runs terribly. And so what I'm gonna save, I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna disconnect again. And then I'm gonna do FPS max 120. And then we're gonna load back into the game because it's causing my computer to chug. Yeah, I'm excited to play Overcharged because they just added so much random stuff from other Half-Life games for no other reason than to just put, like, oh, I know thing, I clap, you know? The Discord link is broken? Yes, I know. Ooh, the Prodigy. If anybody has the Discord link, please share it. So that, what is this? What is this? What is this? What that's, is this, it's, what? So that's what Half-Life Overcharge is. It's a lot of random features. It's a little early for the fast zombie, but okay. Yeah, it's totally fine. I guess we're gonna face 2 gnomes now. No, but you see, we got to incorporate the E3 2002 and 2003 Vista map. It's beta. You like beta, don't you? Did you change the animation skeleton of the zombie? Did you change the strength of these boards? Oh, okay. I mean, incorporating Annabelle into the mod, I'm okay with that, but wouldn't I have to be given Annabelle by Grigori? This is Grigori's gun. So there's now 2 Annabelles? How's the audio feeling, by the way? Is the audio okay? I mean, this map isn't terrible. It looks okay. Annabelle's supposed to be 2 shots, I thought. Well, I don't like the camera movements for that reload animation. I thought Annabelle was a 2-shot shotgun. What's with these other little things here? Oh, that's right, the resin that doesn't do anything. Yeah, so this mod in their most recent update, and the update was from back in November, they added resin everywhere. But the problem with that is they didn't add anything for the resin to do. Okay, well, if it's supposed to be Annabelle's sister, or like it's the sister gun to Annabelle, then it needs to be called something like Clarabelle or something. Man, what the hell? Oh my god, the Z fighting on this door. Oh my god. Oh, that just... What the hell? Did you see it just appeared? Is there really a little switch puzzle here? It's taken down. How do I have 7 shots in this gun? Oh, so it wraps around. Okay. Yeah, that's where you're supposed to come from. The door is clipping, the sun is leaking. I mean, like, yeah, wrapping around an extra path isn't too bad, but, like, it's very strange. Because, like, the thing is, right, and this is the problem that I have with a lot of mods that tend to do what this is trying to do, which is expanding maps in other areas. When it's done right, it's my favorite kind of mod. Half-Life Extended is my favorite version of that. Half-Life 1 Extended is probably my favorite version of that. The problem is, it usually comes off as like professional maps made by some of the best level designers in the entire industry. And then every so often there are rooms made by amateurs tacked on. And there's like, it's like so incredibly obvious where the professional stuff starts and stops. It's kind of awesome. No, it's kind of cool. And this is definitely, as far as the maps are concerned, is better than some stuff I have seen in the past. But adding in Race X and like 8,000 weapons and a bunch of like unnecessary post-processing effects is, it's, oh my God, I can go over here, but why? Oh, it's just more wrapping around. Okay. Putting an extra one on the wall like that's cool, I guess. What I'm going to assume is happening is the further you get along in the mod, the crazier it's going to get with the added areas and stuff to the levels. All right, this song was donated by Corn Cube. Race X is pretty cool, but at the same time, Race X... What? Why does... See all that extra lighting? That was very weird. Why is there upstairs? Why is there a little, like... What the hell? It sounds like AI upscaled audio. Yeah, putting the gnomes in is very strange because the gnomes look like they're straight out of Opposing Force and they don't really fit Half-Life. Half-Life 2, I mean. Oh my God, what the hell? What was that? Council Cast 4. Thank you. Oh, Ghetto Smosh is here again. It's been a while since I've seen from Ghetto Smosh. What up, Ghetto Smosh? How are you doing? All right, this next song is from Just a Porter. Thank you so much. Chillin', making boiled eggs. Okay. What is this? It's somebody singing about their cat, I guess? Right? Is that what this is? Oh, and now they look evil. It's Swedish? Okay. This next song is from Fever. Oh man, more added segments. Uh-oh. Oh, it's just an extra door. Why would they do that? Oh yeah, this is in that. You like the hive hand from Half-Life? That door was always there? Wait, it was? It was? Oh, okay. Never mind. Did I flip the switch? Wait. Wait, what the hell? This wasn't there, was it? My brain just broke. This isn't in the game, is it? That's some beta shit, isn't it? Okay, so I did deactivate the electricity, but like it doesn't look the same, and so my brain went ah! I guess we're doing the beta thing. Hello? Ah, just piss. Did I already... Wait, what? Where have I been and where have I bivent? You enjoying the modification? It's okay. It's very odd. All right, where are we going? This is technically a piece of cut content. Yeah, this is a piece of cut content. This was something that was in an earlier version of Ravenholm. Oh, you got me. Wait, it's still going? Wait. Okay, well, it's based on a piece of cut content. It's not... What is this? Oh, it's resin. Pointless resin. What? Ow. Why does this mod move the camera so much? Why am I carrying 8,000 weapons? Why are these shelves just on the ground? Why is there no door to this little shack? What was that? What did I just throw? A flashbang? What? Okay, now we got a little underground guy. Oh, hello. Why do I feel like I genuinely feel like I'm getting ill? I feel very strange right now. Like I'm getting dizzy watching this, playing this. Like I'm genuinely getting dizzy. I do not feel right. Oh, that was a flashbang. Okay. Oh, wow, wow. Doink. Doink. Okay. Thank you for everything you do for the Half-Life community. I appreciate it. Thank you. Doink. Oh, wow, wow. I might have to end the stream because this is genuinely making me feel ill. What the hell? Yeah, that's yeah, to be expected. Oh, I could just leave from... Okay. Man, you did a number on Ravenholm, and it's hurting my head. What does this even do? There's zombies. Nothing. Okay. Oh, there's an... okay. Ow. Is there more extra shit over here? Yeah. Part of me's like, is there extra shit over there? There might be. Yeah, presumably flashbangs hurt enemies with eyes. Yeah. Why is this? It's making me question shit that might just be in the game. The fast zombie isn't supposed to appear yet. You're breaking the flow in which enemies are meant to be introduced to the player, you dingbats. Like, the reason... whatever, I'm not... This song was donated by Council Cast as well. Why didn't that hurt me? Why did I pick up resin? This is Overcharged. Overcharged is a love letter to Half-Life written by somebody who can't read. I'm sorry, that was mean. That was mean. That was mean. I don't mean it. I take that back. I take it back. You want to see the most overcharged thing you can do? As an SMod enjoyer? Yeah, I never played SMod was the thing. I was not an SMod guy. Oh, that's right. I have Annabelle. I'm noticing I'm not picking up ammo for most of my guns, and so I'm just running it. It's like this game, instead of doing ammo balance, is just like, okay, well, at this point, they're probably running out of the pistol ammo, so let's give them a different pistol. And at this point, they're probably running out of their pistol ammo, so I'll give them 3 different SMGs, all with a different ammo pool, and not give ammo to any of them. But they have so many different ammo pools that they'll have ammo on something. Now it's up to them to figure out which gun actually has rounds they can fire. We're playing on normal difficulty, by the way. Why? The hive hand, though. All right. I need to finish this whole mod. I need to play the whole thing. Otherwise, I can't criticize it in good conscience. I have to play the whole damn thing. I don't think there's 0 chance I can do that today. But before HLX comes out, yeah, we can play the whole thing. Edit it together. You gotta be kidding me with these hops, man. What the hell? Did you change how high they can jump? What the hell was that? Use the kick. Oh, I forgot we have a weak little Duke kick. All right, we're actually caught up. This is the last song. How frickin' strong did you make that guy? You thought this song was coming from the game? All right, what weapons actually have ammo? 18. 3, 15. All right, this one has ammo. HD Snowball, thank you for the sub. I'm Sir Sethi with 100 bits. Do you think HLX will have different weapons compared to Half-Life 2? Yes. You know, this. You want some crazy speculation? I think HLX will have a crowbar in it. Yeah, look at that. The gun that's actually from Half-Life 2 has ammo. All right, we're caught up with all the donations. I appreciate all the donations. I appreciate everything y'all do for me. I appreciate it. All right. Man. The gnome needs a better model. The gnome needs a better model. I don't like how the tilt shifting or whatever is going on with, like, whatever's happening. Thank you, Fever. Whatever's happening with the dynamic blur or whatever. Oh, I'm dead. When you pick up an object, you're focused on the object and everything around it gets blurry. That is antithetical to how the gravity gun's supposed to work. I like the reactive NPC animations. Like, I threw the thing at him and he actually reacted to it. That's good. I like that. There's things about this that I like, but I don't even know if they're the mod creators' mods. Like the dynamic reactions to the NPCs, like it's freaking the Rage engine, is cool. All right, this next song was donated by Fever 30308. Oh my god. Oh no. What the hell, guys? Hi! Raw Martin, thank you so much. Who needs balance? This is reminding me of that part in Hunt Down the Freeman with, like, the 8,000 head crabs. Do you know what I'm talking about? Oh my god. It's like my brain, I feel like I'm dying, because I'm like, I can't tell what's from the game and what was changed. It's like, it's Ravenholm. I've played Ravenholm 1,000 times. Did this guy put Combine in Ravenholm to make it more like Trap Town? Am I gonna fight Combine? Oh man, okay. Y'all, I heard you like cardboard boxes. You moving? I'm gonna need a nap after this. A nap and a cheeseburger. Hey, Vlad had 20... I appreciate it, man. No problem. Thank you for the $10. Vlad had, thank you so much. Oh, oh, it makes me so motion sick when you move the camera like that. I need to play with mods when games do that.
Here, brother. Come closer.
Yeah.
You've stirred up hell.
Man, you gotta love how they're making an enemy throw things at me when I'm supposed to be paying attention to a scripted sequence.
Good. to you is aim for the head.
Oh, my head hurts. I genuinely don't feel okay playing this. This makes me so insanely motion. I know what it is, and it's all the very dramatic camera movements from the weapon animations. Just stop playing it? No. Because my suffering is funny. How many of these guys are you gonna spawn when I start the elevator sequence? My suffering isn't funny? Are you sure? It usually is. Is this just M-Mod's shotgun? Uh-oh. Man, this really is just a compilation of mods you got off Game Banana, because I know when that bug happens, it means that the model isn't matched to the... I didn't get paid to play this. People thought it was funny when I played Hunt Down the Freeman, and the whole time I was just upset and sad. Oh, I just hit... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm done. This sucks. That's bad. Bad game. Bad mod. Bad. It was bad. That was years ago? Hunt Down the Freeman wasn't that long ago. It was only, 8 years ago. It was 8 years ago. Can you believe that I somehow have managed to survive as a whatever it is I do for this long? How the hell? How? Even I don't believe it. Even I'm like, bro, like, I'm not that, like, really? Oh, dude, we're only like 800 followers away. Fever. We're only like 800 followers away from finally hitting 70,000 followers on Twitch. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I played all of Hunt Down the Freeman in one sitting the day it came out. It took 6.5 hours, I think. Yeah, it took like 6.5 hours. I just poked myself in the eye. Why did I do that? Okay, I'm poking myself in the eye by accident. I think it's time to end stream. We'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. And by bat, I mean... I'm so dizzy right now. Like, I genuinely feel like I did like some kind of illicit substance right now. Like, I feel very weird. I feel very strange right now. I forgot I was streaming there for a second. Why do I feel so weird right now? What the hell is happening? A clip from this stream is got 604 upvotes on the Half-Life subreddit, and it's me saying like, guys, there's so much noise, I can't do my job right now, so I don't know anymore. Let's just find the lowest possible place and just stay there. And there's a bunch of positive response. That's crazy. That's fucking nuts. That is not at all what I expected. Everybody on Reddit is just like, yeah, that's crazy. I think you need to take a break. This has definitely been like hard. This has been yeah. I think I need a break. I'm definitely going to stream tomorrow and Friday. Here's the thing, like I can't take a break because it could happen at any point until the 16th. And I want to be live when it happens. I don't think it's going to happen anymore, but it could happen, you know, so it's just like I can't stop. I have to keep going. All right. Shorter streams? Maybe. Oof. What I will say as I leave you here, I'm gonna go get a cheeseburger. I want a cheeseburger. But what I'm gonna say as I leave you here, is that oh, okay. It's interesting. What I'm gonna leave you with here. Oh, did you guys like manipulate my brain so that I wanted a cheeseburger? That's not that hard when you deal with me. 500 RSD for Bees Sugar. Thank you so much, Luka Novik. Thank you. I said you should get a hamburger 10 times. You did? What I'll leave you with is that all of us are operating under 2015 Valve rules. Does that make sense? All of us here are operating under 2015 Valve rules. 2015 Valve doesn't exist anymore. 2015 Valve doesn't exist anymore. 2015 Valve doesn't exist anymore. Right? We're all operating like this old Valve, nothing ever happens bullshit. That's not the Valve that we have anymore. That's not modern Valve. Modern Valve does a lot of stuff. Modern Valve does a lot of stuff. Team Fortress 2 is getting cool updates again, like the MVM update, and they're working on Codename TF. Deadlock is really cool, and it's getting updates constantly. Counter-Strike 2, I can't defend that one. Dota 2, Steam, the hardware, like, there's all this crazy stuff happening. It's a completely different ecosystem, right? And new Valve is a lot easier to predict because they actually finish the shit that they're working on. Yes, Valve has a history of shelving things. Yes, Valve has a history of canceling things. Valve hasn't canceled anything, as far as we're aware, for years. For years. What they'll do instead of cancel is just, oh, we don't like this. Let's fix it and make it good. They did that with Half-Life Alyx. They did that with Desk Job. Oh, yeah, Desk Job, the Steam Deck, the Steam Frame, Steam Machine, Steam Fests, and new ideas for that. Drink water. Neon Prime wasn't working. They made Deadlock. They finished their stuff. HLX will be finished. HLX will be released. You will be playing HLX. And I think we're all kind of in that same, they take their time. It's whatever. Obviously, if it does, like, their plan was to announce it at the end of 2025. In January, we were hearing October. In June, we were hearing November. In October, we were hearing December. It doesn't matter if it doesn't happen right now. And as of right now, we're not hearing anything because most of what we're quote unquote hearing can't be trusted. It doesn't matter. The game is in development. It has been in development since at least 2020, possibly even earlier. It doesn't matter. We're going to be playing this game together sooner than you think. It doesn't matter. I understand that the world is really scary and sucks for most people, and it's your future is unsure and things are scary and everybody's filled with a combination of existential dread and fear on other things that aren't associated with this, and this is that thing that you can cling on to. I get that. It doesn't matter right now what happens because the game is like, bro is just saying words. Okay, then I'll stop. Big Time wants me to stop because I'm just saying words. You're right, Big Time. I'm done. Everybody shout outs to Big Time in YouTube chat. Anywho. We're gonna, yeah, that's fine. We're good. We're good for now. I think that's enough for today. I will see you tomorrow. I don't have any expectations for anything right now because I can't do my job because of everything that's happening, because of all that's, been said and all the trolls and things. So, drop the act, bro. We play tested it. So recently, all right, bye everybody.